Have you seen the Chinese one that I've shown? It's like a black thing from the hill, also very interesting.
No, you want to show it?
Today, so it's like whatever we were talking about, we had like at least three topics covered today.
I know.
Corruption, uh, NASA,
Yes, NASA
fraud,
lies.
yeah, NASA lies, and this mud thing. But what do you think about the idea of so-called liquefaction?
I think it's all. I think it all can happen at one time. I think everything. I think everything can happen. You got a little bit of liquefaction going on. You got a mud flood. You got everything because you got to think about it. Vibrations had to move this earth. Some type of vibrations had to move this earth. So if you got vibrations, you're gonna have some places where you're gonna have a big mud flood. Other places are gonna have liquefaction. That could explain why buildings are wrecked or were destroyed, and some stayed and didn't move, and some didn't. Probably shook a little bit, but some buildings didn't fall. Or maybe there were some places that shook harder than others. But some type of vibration happened where this thing is moving. Yeah.
Vibration or a breakthrough like a volcano? Why not? So it's like, under pressure, mud is coming out from underground, flowing outside.
Right.
Why not? So,
Right.
I mean, let me screen share also.
Okay.
I found all this thing like not very long ago, like yesterday, I think. I posted it in my Instagram. Can you see it?
Okay. Yes.
Clay has the most effective protective properties against the spread of radionuclides. There are two reasons for this. First, the clay itself slows down the migration of radiation, so it's like slowing down the radiation. Clay well absorbs radionuclides and poorly desorbs. Secondly, the clay is weak conductive element, so the groundwater, which is close to that buried under the ground, will penetrate little through such a clay castle. But its thickness should be determined in each individual case by simulating the migration of the radionuclides through clay, taking into account various factors, absorptions coefficient, and depth and temperature. Also, this should be in justification, but this is in research right now, so people trying to research it. So um, when we talk about the craters, it's like a nuclear strike of air type. Let me show you. Air nuclear strike crater, because it's, let me type it in Russian, because probably nobody researched this in your country. This is an air explosion. Here, here, and here's the crater. So sometimes it looks like this. So this is exactly the craters you've been showing.
Right. I'm not buying the nuclear weapons, but I am buying that they have where they can make bombs where that can make that type of
It's called nuke. I'm not buying the nuclear
yeah,
technology
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and,
yeah,
and
yeah,
the
yeah.
weaponry right now, but
Right.
I'm
I know you
buying,
say
I'm buying the craters, right? So
yes.
it's just showing us the same craters each and every time, but calling it like this is asteroid crater, and this is, you know, the nuclear airstrike crater.
Gotcha.
So it's just the same crater, okay? And if you had this book about types of craters, which is nuclear air strike, nuclear ground strike, nuclear
Right,
underground strike, and you have you see the difference of the craters. So
right,
they different each and every strike has different crater. Underground one has like a sinkhole uh, type of crater. Ground one is the deepest one, and the air strike one is the less deepest one, and it looks exactly like this.
right. Well, what
Like
about those big ass titans? What about those big ass titans where they was
so, not let me finish this thing with the mud. So if the clay is having the properties against the spread of radionuclides and it's like slowing them down, why wouldn't they use clay and mud to cover up their crimes in destroying the towns and cities of Tartaria, Africa, and American Indians and stuff like this,
right,
India, China, Japan, and all the different countries that we have? Everything is covered with the mud on the top. Why? Because they
right,
wanted to absorb the radiation after the fallout, right? Because they destroyed all those guys. They probably had a war or something before that. And after this war, they're using these mud floods to cover up the radiation or something. I don't know. What do you think?
interesting. That's interesting, Gary. We
Because
know that this mud came from somewhere. I don't know where it is.
I mean, if they using it on purpose, if it's not like natural disaster, if we talk about an intentional act, we have to
Right.
explain why would they use a mud flood in each and every town. I think they're using it for covering up the story, so the people that
Mm,
come there to this town after the fallout would be able to live there because most of the radiation is absorbed by the sand and mud and clay.
interesting.
So it would be a lot faster for them to occupy the town.
There's no trees nowhere, Philip. All these trees are just 200, 300 years old, the most.
Look at
All,
this.
all these mud flood photos we see no trees. Because if the mud
Yeah,
flood comes,
how can you see no trees, right?
right,
How
right,
can you destroy each and every tree? Only with the strikes,
right,
right? Look, this is my office. They covering up with the slurry wall the bricks which are buried into this hill.
yeah, who that?
We have this shit everywhere in Moscow. All those covered shit underground.
Who that? From the ancient past, man. From the
So
ancient past.
it's like right near my office.
Look at that. I know. I have it right. I have it all around me. I live in a mud flood city, and all the cities around me are mud flooders. And I tell you, I'm having really fun working on this movie right now.
And these are the guys who have had the war with us probably because they had all these snakes and shit in their symbolism.
Man, who knows, man? I mean, who knows, man? I don't know what's going on.
Look at
I,
this document that I found. It's like,
yeah, sort of.
to whom it may concern, I do hereby certify that Brother Nicholas O'Connor is regular registered Freemason in the Lodge Number 5 in London, and has during his stay amongst them behaved himself honest and worthy brother, as appears by lodge certificate to me Even under my hand and the seal of the Grand Lodge in London, the 18th day of July in the year of 1783 in the year of 5783. So they have like two dating lines, 1700 and 5700 at the same time.
Wow.
And this is like 1800 document, Masonic document.
Right.
So, they lied to us about these calendar stuff.
Well,
Look at
1007 and 5000, 1007,
it's like four.
that gives you an 8, and 5007 gives you a 12. So the 1 and the 5 gives you 6. I mean, you got to look at it all in numerology. If you're talking about Mason shit, you got and they using numbers. You got to look at all that shit. It's all symbology.
I mean, this is like
Totally.
5703, and this is 17, and this is just the same date line. It's like a letter.
Well, that looks like an I or a J. That doesn't look like a 1 in front of the 7. It's small, so it looks like the I in the
No, no,
year of. So because it's 703. Yeah, that 1 is a small 1. That's the I we're talking about in the year of. It's probably a J too, if you look real closely. I don't know.
no, it doesn't look like a J, at least.
Oh, so it could be an I then. It's definitely not a 1.
Here, they also write it in letters. 1700 and
80
5700. So it's,
and 80
and in the
something.
year of, and in the year of 5700. So it's like, definitely it's not I.
Oh,
So this is like real shit, and we have to research it. We are not like, Also, this is near my office. Look at this building. It's 1940. It's like not
okay.
that long ago. Look at the building. It's a typical colonial
Tartarian.
style, Tartarian style,
Tartarian, yep.
right?
Yep.
And what do we have right now? This is what was found in the basement of this building. After destroying this building, they ruined this building, and they found this 1600 underneath. And it's called English Yard. Let me show you how it looks. Like here. Let me. This is like an underground of it. So it also has bricked up windows, which are leading to nowhere. Like right now, this is false stuff. So they like look like a window, but really it's not a window at all. This is how it looks from the bottom. So one part of it is buried and it's closer to the street. You can see only roof, and one part is excavated and you can see the walls and stuff like this.
Wow.
This is how it looks from the bottom. And this is from the street. It's where I've been just showing you the picture.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yes.
This is from the street. So
Wow.
it's like, just imagine how big was the mud flood. So,
Wow.
and they found it underneath the 1900th century building after demolishing it. They found this old building, which is called English Yard, like it was an embassy of British Empire.
Wow.
And this is underneath. Look, it's like how many? Like at least 8 meters deep. It's like uh, 30 feet.
Wow. A lot of mud over there in St. Petersburg, man. Russia. A lot of mud.
Yeah. So I think we should just,
Yeah,
go
collect
on
and go.
researching and finishing this video today.
We,
Yeah.
we, we definitely did, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that talk. We got to continue